Another reason why I left Christianity, the church, fundamentalism, and Calvinism, is because of the church and the Bible never teaches its members that the Jewish people, especially Jewish men, were never condemned for their behavior toward women. Since Me Too, the hashtag for women's safety, 10 years ago, we're actually starting to have conversations where women feel safer, where we can have talks and just bond together among survivors. We can talk about how men and women hurt innocent people. And yes, 94% of predators are men, but about 6% are women. I mean, women get assaulted by women, men by men, men by women, women by men. I mean, there's never a shortage to the combination that harm happens to women. And what's really sad, I've never heard anybody in my life condemn how Jewish men and secular men in the Old Testament behaved. Like, no one ever condemns the Jewish people for committing genocide against the Ammonites and the Edomites and the Jebusites. They never do that. They always say it was necessary so the Jewish people could have the promised land. Imagine if any other group of people but white men and Jews committed genocide. We condemn Hitler for doing the same thing the Jewish people did. And yet, never have I ever heard anybody condemn the Jewish nation in the ancient world for committing multiple genocides over years to gain the Israel country that they don't even have today. When young people learn U.S. history, imagine being the one to tell a child, we got the land because we committed genocide, just like the ancient Jews did. It's not a great way to win people to your religion or your white supremacy at all. Not that we'd want people to gain more of those members. It's always a sad thing to grow up and realize that the things that Christians celebrate and are proud about is genocide. The way they treated the survivors of mass genocide to take the ancient, the land that we call ancient Israel, was due to genocide, sexual violence, murder, utter depravity. I mean, the only time you should ever harm anybody is if you're protecting people or trying to defend your allies against people like Hitler that was actively hurting people. It is utter depravity how ancient Israel got their land. But no one ever condemns it. And it's like, wow. Like, how did I be a Christian for 31 years without realizing that this is genocide? I mean, how can you have a straight face and say, what Hitler did is wrong, but what the Jewish nation did was okay? I mean, you can't. I mean, unless you enable the most horrific acts in human history, you can't explain it away unless you use race supremacy and God. I mean, ancient Muslims during the Crusades, the Catholics, they killed millions of people, set them on fire because someone dared to view God, the same God, in a different way. And every Christian denomination was persecuted at some point due to religion. That you can't explain away genocide without using Zionism, politics, religion, religious entitlement. Imagine justifying genocide because one God out of 10,000 said you had right to land you've never had previously. Imagine that. I mean, that's how the white settlers in America justified killing Native Americans, because God told them to conquer America and make it their own. But it was already someone else's land. You can't just take something because you want it. It's called theft. If you wanted New York, you buy it. I think they did buy Manhattan that way. That's how you get land. You buy it, you marry into it, or they kill for it. I mean, America has justified some of the worst acts in modern history due to religious wars. I mean, we went to war against, what was that, Al-Qaeda? we killed thousands of civilians because a few dozen people were crazy. Religion isn't the problem. It's just the vehicle people use to justify genocide. And we definitely need to stop using God as an instrument of, well, violence and rape is okay if a God says to do it. Well, it's not. I think that's a really good, red flag. If somebody or something tells you to hurt someone else because they're different or they have what you believe you're entitled to, that should immediately tell you that this isn't something a God would tell you to do. I mean, I may be some things, but if some guy stood up in church and said that we should go in and take land from another place because God said to, I mean, we would probably call them a Jim Jones. Yeah, Jim Jones. People who justify the worst acts in human history used politics, religion, and race entitlement. Just because you want something doesn't mean it's yours. And if you have to hurt people to get it, that should be your first clue it's not worth it. That's probably why African Americans and indigenous people don't like white people. And if they do, I'm surprised, because they shouldn't like us. We treated them terribly. And this is one reason I have a problem with religion. They justify sexual violence, they justify genocide, they justify homophobia, because it's not white privilege. If we let everyone be equal, then we're not special anymore. Like, we need to just kill the nuclear family. Just, get rid of it. It's one way to live. If you want 2 kids and to be married, fine. Just stop justifying God saying it's okay to take women against